Welcome to Pinball Mayhem. It's the night before I drive down to MGC, and wanted to show you the updates I made from last year to this year on the game. A lot of changes, and the big one that you're going to notice is the playfield has been changed out. This is the original playfield I put in over a year ago, and new CNC cut boards. So come on, let me show you. After MGC last year, I got a lot of good feedback, a lot of people with certain issues, and I also noticed from watching gameplay. So make sure any feedback, positive, negative, is good. The biggest area I improved between Midwest Gaming Classic and Expo is the upper playfield. This originally was just dropping off, and so a lot of people thought directing it over. I had a short wall for a little while. We ended up going with a whole wire form, drops it on the in lane, really nice, great way to get it to that switch when you need it. I also took this apart on the left side here, put a nice strong piece of metal. This ramp is now much easier to shoot, and added a gate up here and a plastic so that the ball doesn't fly up behind here anymore, and the gate allows the ball to stay up in the upper playfield. Very nice. This is the same upper playfield as last year. Backboard is new with some art on it. I printed that off on paper and made a new back subway that's going to not cause the ball to get jammed back there. I had a couple times it would just stick here or bounce out. It's actually curved and painted a nice satin black so it looks dark, but it's curved and the ball's going to shoot off to the right, which is really cool. You can see the new playfield. I have just some water slide decals, and I used a lacquer. I'm going to see how well that holds up, but it's not really a long-term finish, but I thought having some finish on the board is a lot better than just a plain white board. Also helps keep the decals down. I've got some Tachikomas going back here, bateau. Some of the stuff is kind of weird, like the chief right here coming off on the side, but it is the only clip art I could find. These are the ghost drop targets. I had to put new ones in because the used ones kept breaking. These are new. I didn't put any details on the letter. Last year, these targets were the 2501 targets, and I had two that were unused. I ended up changing it to Cyborg, and therefore I'm going to keep it within the standalone complex universe rather than going into different series. The right ramp is all new as of last night. We ended up doing last modification. This is all welded stainless steel, a lot better than the sheet metal one. I'm still going to just write dive on there with some Sharpie before the show tomorrow. That's really what has been improved up here. A lot of things have been shifted around a little bit just to shoot better. This wall has been lengthened and angled back here. Ball was getting stuck last year a lot right there. You have to shake it. And the lanes in the back are hard to see, but they were not lined up evenly, and that kind of bothered me. So that's all lined up in a straight line. Same left ramp and wire form as last year. That's going to be the next on the to-do list to redo. Moving on down the playfield, this area looks the same, but the biggest thing, it was not spaced correctly between the out lane, in lanes. There was some spacing issues, so I ended up working with someone who helped me out get this all drawn to a stern spec, and I'm able to use star posts rather than those thin stern posts, which the ball was getting jammed here, getting stuck on these switches, and was really causing some issues. I'm still using the same bands as last year. Hopefully I don't get too much problem with the silicone. I put some new solid aluminum or machined aluminum flippers on. Thought that kind of fit the look of the game. Other than that, it's a lot of things that I did. A lot of it happened in the last 2 weeks to get this all put together, and the work leading up to it. The ball lock off the upper playfield, that's still having problems. I had to adjust it. I actually changed the multi-ball to be 2 balls locked up there rather than 3. The third switch was having problems. This is probably going to be the last show of that lock. I really like the shot, but it's just not practical. I'm going to change it to something different. For the rules, I was able to add to the rules. MGC, a lot of people are having trouble getting the G target down. It is a little bit more opened up because of the placement of this, so you can hit it directly now. It's a hard shot, but right off the middle. But if you have 4 of the drop targets down and you hit either in lane, you are going to be able to complete the bank and it's also going to add a ball every time you do that. No ball save, just going to add the ball. So if you keep hitting this town, and it's going to be easier when you get more than one ball out there, you can get 2, 3, 4 balls on the playfield, and it's just going to help you complete your shot. The assemble the team mode is very much the same, where you're going to get 8 ramped forward shots and 3 reverse shots, and the sideboard battle will actually be completed by hitting the right ramp. But there's 3 levels. The first level is just hit the ramp, get the reward. The second level, the reward is double, but between starting the battle and completing the reward, you have 15 seconds where you can hit any switches, and you're going to get points for every switch hit. The third and fourth battle are the same, just different call outs in each of those, so hopefully you guys hit them, have some fun. And the points for the switch hits go up, so if you can get up to the third battle, try to hit as many switches as you can, you're going to get a lot of points. On the other side, I'm not going to pick it up right now. I did put some new mechanisms in. I got some new parts for my pop upper body, a new body center, a new ring that's going to actually be stern rather than the old early solid state ring I had on there that just didn't have the right angle. I have brand new Pinball Life homebrew slingshot assembly, so everything's lined up properly. It's one assembly, a much stronger hit. It's actually, the switches are going to be reliable throughout the weekend. That was a problem I had last year. 2. So I think covered most all the new stuff. A lot of the things went into it over the last year. I will, after Midwest Gaming Classic, post an update on how the show went, and I'm going to post some gameplay after the show. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and check out the other Ghost in the Shell pinball videos.